There is absolutely no stress in my life. Have you really ever heard anyone confidently say this to you? If such a person exists, they are certainly not an ordinary human. They must have attained enlightenment. It is almost impossible to imagine a human life without stress or tension. Stress and life seem to operate in a permanent partnership. If you think about our childhood, there wasn't this overwhelming culture of stress though. We lived a fairly carefree lives. But today, even a little kid apparently has stress and anxiety. Words like depression are now casually associated with very young children. In our childhood, we barely even knew what that word meant. And counseling of young kids due to this situation is now becoming pretty common. But why do kids have this condition in the first place? Oftentimes, this is because of parental pressure and the expectation of the parents from their kids. And oftentimes, when the kids feel that they are not living up to their parents' expectations, they become depressed and sometimes even suicidal. One student worries, will I rank first or second? But then my second position might disappoint my parents. While some other kid thinks, will I pass or will I fail? And then they both stress. Now for teenagers, one teenager worries that they have no boyfriend or girlfriend while another has one but is exhausted managing their drama and their desire to control. Now both the situations cause them stress. And in today's rainbow era, there are even more layers of worry. Someone sits quietly in the closet, anxious about what their parents might say if they knew. Someone else worries about relatives and society, even when their parents are supportive. But then the parents stress for different reasons as well, that too, endless ones. What will the neighbors think when they learn about my kids' orientation? What will the relatives say? What will my colleagues think? And in our Indian social culture, these concerns multiply effortlessly. Newly married couple get stressed out with the questions from people all around them. When will you share the good news? They also have their own worries. Should the honeymoon be domestic or international? If domestic, there is the fear of losing social status. If international, there may be budget stress, but at least the Instagram posts will look impressive. So many different layers of stress at so many different levels. Tension at home, tension outside, tension at work. If the husband comes home late, there is tension. If the wife gets dropped off by a colleague, there is catastrophic tension. Not having children brings one kind of stress. Having children invites 1,000 more. Are we teaching them enough? Are they learning enough? At least one sport is mandatory. Should we enroll in two? At least one musical instrument is essential. Should they be enrolled in art, swimming, chess, horseback riding? What else can they do? These thoughts become the greatest stress for the parents. And academics, if they don't earn straight A's in every class, parents begin to panic. In a life saturated with worry, perhaps we can try changing ourselves just a little. Instead of drowning in this mechanical race, maybe we can choose to live more peacefully. Maybe we can raise our children with the understanding that life is not a race, it is a gift. So cherish it, enjoy it, make the best out of it.